What's up, YouTube? It's like 90 degrees in Charlotte. Woo, child. Let me know where you're coming from. I am currently in Charlotte for a few days, and I came to visit the beautiful Optimus Food Hall. And as I was walking around looking for food, I decided to have a live so I can chat with you guys about something dirty. Something dirty that, ooh, look how beautiful. I'm gonna show you guys around. What's up, what's up? What's up from Charlotte? Let me know where you're coming from. I don't live in Charlotte, I'm visiting for 2 days. I'm from New York City. But I wanted to show you this beautiful, gorgeous food hall before I start chatting with you about, I'm gonna go find somewhere quiet to sit because what I'm about to talk to you about is a little bit edgy and I don't want to have anyone hear it, but it must be talked about. All right, give me a minute, y'all. I'm gonna go sit down, but in the meantime, enjoy the beautiful view. I promise to make this quick. That's what she said. Oh, that's what he said, actually. All right, let me see. I'm gonna find some, oh, nice bar. I'm gonna go find somewhere to sit so we can chat about something sketchy. There's always sketchy stuff online, but this is super sketchy. You know what's crazy about it? It's sketchy, but it works. But I would not suggest that you do it. Even though it works, I would suggest that you not do this. All right, I'm gonna sit right here because I don't want to drag this out. I want to make this a 5-minute chat. Woo, it is so freaking hot. Okay, see, there's nobody here, so I could speak a little, clearer. I don't want anyone to hear what these things I'm about to say because it's weird. It's weird out here, y'all. First of all, let me say hello to you guys. Hi! I usually don't do YouTube lives. I usually just do videos and I upload. But I had time today, baby. All right, I'll make this really quick and talk to you about what's been going on the interwebs. So, if I knew how to share, I would share, but I don't know how to do that. I want to share this. I wonder if I can share this. Let me see. No, I don't know how to share. Well, you're just gonna have to Google it. So, 2 weeks ago, Forbes wrote an article titled "How People Are Using Sex Trafficking to Clean." Actually, it says how people on TikTok. It specifically said TikTok, right? But it's not just TikTok. A lot of people are doing it. But I think it originated in TikTok. How people on TikTok are using this hack to clean their credit, and they specify what the hack was: the human trafficking hack, or sex trafficking hack, whatever. And it's like a little open secret on TikTok. And I don't think the rest of the public knows about this, but it's slowly creeping into the mainstream that when you hear the word credit sweep, they're referring to this hack. Unfortunately, there's many types of credit sweeps, and a lot of them are legitimate, but this is the one that's taken off. And because a lot of people are not educated, or this is clearer, because a lot of people are not educated, they just assume that all credit sweeps are human trafficking, sex trafficking, right? So let me share with you what this hack is. On TikTok, if you see somebody talking about a sweep, the best thing for you to do is to ask them, what type of sweep do you do? Because there are many types of sweeps. However, a lot of people who don't know how to do credit repair, who don't understand the various laws that are there to protect you as a consumer, are using this hack. It's called this sex trafficking hack. And what they're doing is, back in the CFPB, Consumer Financial Protection Bureau, came out with this regulation that says that if you have been a victim of human trafficking, and sex trafficking falls under that. Human trafficking is labor trafficking and also sex trafficking, right? But a lot of people just know sex trafficking. If you've been a victim of that, because a lot of people who have been sex trafficked and labor trafficked, the people who kidnapped them or took them use their information to get apartments, credit cards, cars, and then they ditch them and don't pay for it and ruin these people's credit. So the CFPB came up with this to help the victims. So all you have to do is fill out a form that you self-attest that you have been a victim of sex trafficking, and in 4 days, your credit is clean. So these people on TikTok who don't understand how credit works, how credit repair works, decided to run with that, with that hack. But the gag is there are so many methods of credit sweeps that you can use to clean your credit without having to say that, because that's really a terrible thing to wish on yourself. And I would not suggest that you do that. So I'm going to go over the different credit laws that are out there that you can legally use as a loophole to clean your credit, even if you did, even if it is your credit, even if you did do those things, you can use the law, just like George Zimmerman used the law to kill somebody, just like OJ killed his wife. You can use the law to clean your credit. So there's the Fair Credit Reporting Act. That's the big papa. There's the FDCPA. That's for collection agencies. If you have collections on your account, right? There's a FACTA Act. There's the There's the Fair Credit Billing Act, the FCBA, and there's so many other. Every few years, they come up with new ones. So those are the four major ones. In addition to that, there's credit sweep methods you can use that have nothing to do with human trafficking. So if there's these other methods, why would you use this one? Because the people who are doing it don't understand that, because they're lazy, because they're also, by the way, they're charging $4,000 to do this for you. So I'm going to share with you the 3 types of credit sweeps. Number 1, there's the human trafficking one. Don't do that. Number 2, there's the identity theft one. That one is still sketchy, but not as bad as the first one. Then there's the credit breach, the data breach. When you say your data has been breached, which is not a lie. They literally have databases that you could type in your information and your social and your name, and it'll give you a list of how your information has been breached. If you take a snapshot of that, you can use that as a basis to clean your credit. So now I'm going to go over the laws that are used for the credit sweep. Now, don't get me wrong. The SMEX trafficking does work. It will clean your credit, but I don't suggest you put that type of energy on you when you could just use the breach method. So when people are doing credit repair, the main law that they're using is the Fair Credit Reporting Act. Regular credit repair takes 3 months to 6 months, 3 to 6 months to happen, because the person is slowly going through your credit and using different types of legislation to clean your credit. For example, if you have a collection account, they're going to use the FDCPA. If you have a lateness, they might use the FACTA Act or the FCBA. So they're using different tactics to clean your credit. So the sweep also uses the Fair Credit Reporting Act, but it's a quicker method. All right, so credit repair uses FCRA 611, 623, and some other ones. The credit sweep is using FCRA also, but we're using 605. So the FCRA 605C is the one that overlooks SMEX trafficking for true victims. So we don't use the 605C because we don't want to put that energy on you, and also we get in trouble for that. We use the 605B. The 605B allows you to block anything on your credit if you can prove that you have been a victim of the data breach, right? And so how do you do that? You go on the databases. The biggest one is the Equifax one. You go on the Equifax database, you type in your social and your name, and if it says you've been a victim, take a snapshot of that, and now you have a legal basis, a loophole. So what we're saying is, between me and you and God, you did go out and create this debt, but you're using the loophole to block your credit. So credit repair works with deletions, credit sweep works with a block. So the 605B says that you can block your credit in 4 days if you show proof that you have been a victim of the breach. And so this is what we use for our clients. So just in case there's confusion, and you go on TikTok and you see people talking about the sweep, if you want to use their services, ask them, what type of sweep are you doing? If they're doing human trafficking, then they're not even gonna answer you. Look for somebody who's using the data breach as their method. Again, there's the data breach, there's human trafficking, and there's also identity theft. Identity theft is okay, but why do that when you could do the data breach? I would say 99.999% of people in this country have had their information compromised. So you might as well use that, right? So we've been using that for our clients. It's been working incredibly well. 4 days. Sometimes it takes a little longer. And if you drag your feet in doing the work, it's gonna take more than 4 days. It shouldn't take more than 10 to 15 days for this to happen, right? And so I'll be hosting a free credit sweep masterclass this Wednesday at 7 o'clock EST to walk with you step by step how we're helping our clients get funding, sweep their credit, and start a successful short-term rental business, right? Legitimately by using this loophole. Remember, loopholes are amazing. People get away with murder. I don't think that's amazing. But people have been known to take people's lives and use the law to get away with it. So fixing your credit by using a loophole, you shouldn't have any problem sleeping at night doing that. So if you want to learn more, just click on the link and sign up for my free masterclass where I will answer your questions, come with your credit, and I will walk through with you how to do a legitimate credit sweep using the data breach method. Okay, so guys, please stay away from the human trafficking method. There's no reason to do that when there's so many other methods and they're legal and they're not gonna get you in trouble. Anyway, it's really hot out here. I wanna say bye-bye, but first I'm gonna give you a tour of the beautiful food hall. Again, this gorgeous food hall is called the Optimist Food Hall. And we're being optimists that we're gonna fix our credit. I hope to see you at the masterclass on Wednesday where I will have time to sit and chat with you inside my house where it's not burning hot. Say hello to Charlotte. Hello, Charlotte. What's up? I'm outside. I'm going back home tomorrow. I'm going to give you a tour and I'm going to get something to eat and I'm out of here. So pretty. Look at this nice bright space. I hope to see you at the masterclass. I'm gonna add the link when I get back home. You'll see the link where you can sign up. No, it's okay. You can see the link where you can sign up and have access to me for about 60 to 90 minutes. I'll answer your questions. Bring your credit reports. You can get them on Credit Karma. And I'm gonna walk you through what your profile should look like to get funding. I'm going to be using my own profile because my score is at 802 by doing the credit sweep, the legitimate version, not the sketchy version. Anyway, this is the beautiful place. I'm going to get some Indian food and I'm out of here. It's so muggy and so hot. So listen, guys, I want to say bye-bye. Let me turn this around, turn this camera around to say bye to you guys. Ciao, ciao. Ciao, ciao from Charlotte. I'm going to get some food now. And then I'm headed back to my Airbnb property. I'm gonna try to do a tour of the Airbnb tomorrow, at least tomorrow morning. All right, bye guys. Bye.
No, it made it on Monday. Okay.